Hello. Hi. Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It really needed to be a while. It's so funny because I woke up this morning and I actually felt a little bit nervous about filming. And I was like, why do I feel nervous? Like it's going to be some kind of exam or something. And so I thought, you know what? I need to change my perspective. And my new perspective is I'm not filming a video. I'm hanging out with a friend. You're the friend, by the way. Hi. So first off, let's make a coffee. Because, as ever, I truly need one. I think when I came back from Tokyo, I was kind of just hurled into a schedule. And most of the time, because if you don't know, I have a full-time job as well as filming videos. Most of the time, my time is not my own to organize. And so I'm relying on that time where I'm free from work to be full of creativity and energy and for it to be this fertile time for something brilliant to come out of it, like an amazing YouTube video or a wonderful selection of ideas or a brilliant editing process. And it's just not been like that this month. And I've been learning a lot about the nervous system and starting to be aware of what state my nervous system is from one day to the next. And I'd never truly appreciated, although it makes complete sense, that when your nervous system is overwhelmed or overstimulated, your body kind of goes into this survival mode where it concentrates on helping you survive. Therefore, any creativity that you might have otherwise, or inspiration, or freedom of thought, or anything like that, open-mindedness, any of that is just not present. It's not important for the body at that point. What's important is keeping you alive. So for the whole month, I really wanted to create stuff and I had ideas. It wasn't procrastination that was stopping me from making them. It was just not really being able to access that place of free thought about what I could do, what clips I could do, how I could bring this thought across. But slowly as the month went on and I started to realize what was happening and what I needed, everything became easier. And I started to just relax into how life was going and not try to fight it. And the reason I really wanted to film today though was because I think this year I'd really like to do vlogmas. Reason being because it's partly tied in with the nervous system topic. I'm trying to make everything like clear in my head and I was still kind of tired and it's still the morning, so I'm just making my way through like the forest of topics in my head. But the reason I wanted to do vlogmas this year was because I really feel as if it's going to serve me somehow. Having a deadline, not being able to overthink the editing process and the filming process so much, and just getting a video out there that's hopefully authentic and free, I think is going to really help my process with making videos. I'm kind of a little bit of a perfectionist by nature, and I think I allow myself too much time trying to perfect every little small thing about the video and make it as amazing as possible. And whilst it's really lovely to push yourself, I think sometimes I give myself too much time. And what I actually do is I lose the authenticity. I lose this conversation, this connection that we're having right now, because I focus too much on how the video looks. But for now, there has been too much chatter. I'm gonna go shower and see what the day holds. So it's now around 5:30 and I have had a very lovely afternoon. Florian and I went out for brunch together as a kind of last date, because today he actually flew. In fact, I think he left about 20 minutes ago. He is now in the air on his way to Cape Town to have a couple of weeks holiday, just chilling with his friends. And that means I have the whole place to myself for 2 weeks, but I have plans, never fear. I made myself another coffee because needs must. And I have a little plan of what I want to do before I start cooking dinner. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather and I have a bit of a headache. So I'm going to just do this one last thing and then I'm going to chill for the evening and just enjoy myself. So I don't know about you, but at least for me, when the Christmas time rolls around, I always think I have more time. And in October, I'm starting to think about fun things I'd like to do, like what I want to bake or what art projects I want to do. And then November rolls around and I'm thinking, oh great, I can, start planning, but there's time. It's all good. And then December arrives and all of a sudden 2 weeks fly by in the blink of an eye and I haven't done anything I wanted. And I don't like that. So the plan for this 45 minutes or so is to write down all of the things I want to do before Christmas begins. And I originally thought I'll write down my work schedule in my diary and then I'll write down in the gaps things I want to do. Like, okay, Tuesday I have a rehearsal in the morning, I have work in the evening, I will bake mince pies. And then I thought that sounds far too stressful and I've no idea when I'll actually want to chill as opposed to doing something festively productive. So there's a new plan. I'm going to just write down everything that I feel like doing in the Christmas period. And when I find time during my workday, or at the weekend when I have a free morning, I'm going to go to my list and I'm going to look at what takes my fancy, and that's how it's going to work, because I'm definitely not going to be able to do absolutely everything that I write down on this list, but I think it will actually be a lot more fun to have a whole selection of things and then I can just pick and choose what I fancy. So that's what I'm going to do. I've been really trying recently to live my life like it's my own. I sometimes have a tendency to focus on the needs of others and make sure that everybody else is okay before I attend to myself. And whilst that's a part of me that I love and I'm so proud of, it also sometimes means that I'm not actually living my day-to-day for me and doing things that I like. So part of this project is not just to finally get around to doing everything at Christmas that I fancy doing, but it's also just a little reminder to myself that these are activities that bring me joy. These are things that are going to be mostly for myself and that I'm allowed to do them, and it's absolutely okay to take that time for myself and give myself a little bit of nourishment. So I love making mince pies. I love mince pies. More than coffee. Coffee is a strong number one. Mince pies is almost number one. But those mince pies will also be for sharing. But it's predominantly because I love mince pies. So I'm trying my best to make these plans so that I get to enjoy Christmas for me as well, not just serving other people. Yeah. Okay. I also forgot to say that I have a whole load of amazing felt tip pens because I'm secretly a stationery loving child at heart. I got a bit hungry, so I got myself some snacky snacks. Sour cream and onion. Banging flavor. So I have finished my list. And as I was writing it, I started to notice that I wasn't just writing festive things. I was also writing just things I want to do in general in December. So I have some Christmas things, like this is how it looks. And I want to bake mince pies, sing Christmas carols, make mulled wine, try it. Oh, I also want to maybe dry some orange slices, because I did that one year, but I realized you can't really keep the dried orange garland from year to year, because I think there is always some moisture left in the dried orange slices, unless they're like treated in some way. So I think they become a bit like icky after a while. You know what? I'm just going to write that down. Dry orange garland. I've put down by a tree, and also some Christmas movies that I have seen before, but obviously want to watch again this Christmas. Love Actually, The Holiday, Bridget Jones, Four Weddings and a Funeral, and the 1995 Pride and Prejudice. If you know, you know. I don't want to hear anything about the 2005. I'm sorry. The 1995 is the king. And then here are a couple of things that are not really particularly festive. I just want to make a really good garlic bread. That's it really. Just an excellent, squidgy, warm, buttery garlic bread. So I've got a bunch of things, and it feels really nice to have a selection. And I know that probably I won't be able to do all of these things, but it's sort of it's turned it into a bit of a game, you know, like, ooh, I have a couple of hours to spare. What could I do? Let's have a little look on the list. So yeah, that's making me happy, as are the crisps right now. Okay, I'm going to start on dinner. I've got a cauliflower recipe I'm really looking forward to. And I think I'm just gonna watch something on the TV, chill, bunk down, and enjoy my Sunday.